Vince was at one time considering doing an incest storyline with his own daughter, but now it's all about PG. If you aren't a wrestling fan, you probably won't understand the significance of the line across my face. For a little while now, I've been thinking of maybe doing kind of a video about wrestling. Well, primarily WWE, because that's the only wrestling I actually can be bothered to watch. Sometimes I'm not sure why, but there you go. I wondered, what could I do to make these videos a bit more interesting to look at, or kind of incorporate some cosplay into them? And then I thought there's a fair few wrestlers that have face paint of some kind. Why don't I, maybe try out some of their looks, which will not only make my face interesting to look at, but it will give me a chance to practice my face painting and makeup skills. Obviously I'm starting very simple with Asuka. I think that's how you say her name. I'm not great with pronunciation. Next week I'll be trying something a little bit trickier. Hopefully someday I will be at Finn Balor standards. Let's get back and start, shall we? Currently I am repping Dean Ambrose, the current WWE champion, who WWE don't seem to really give a shit about. On Raw this week, they decide to put his match in the first hour of the show. Not only is it in the first hour of the show, it is a match that they had on SmackDown last week, and it's a feud no one cares about. I think he could be a good champion if they'd actually give him a chance, but I really don't see that they're going to do that because their golden boy Roman is soon to come back. I don't hate Roman Reigns with the type of venom some people seem to have for him, but I do understand that there are probably more deserving guys in the company. He has been suspended for 30 days for violating the wellness policy. When he comes back after his 30-day suspension, he will straight away be in a triple threat for the championship, which seems like a complete slap in the face to every other hard-working dude behind the scenes who hasn't even got a shot yet. And some of them have been there for a really long time. It's this kind of thing that makes it obvious why Cody Rhodes decided to ask for his release, because, I mean, that guy got like nothing. Women's division seems really small, and it is. Sasha is kind of going to be fighting for the title. I'm not really that bothered for some reason. I think I'm put off by Dana Brooke's massive chin. That's really mean, but whatever. I feel bad for Becky. She's kind of just been thrown to the side and ignored. And she's very talented and pretty. And despite what a lot of my American friends say, very understandable when she talks. I understand her, but maybe that's because I'm English and I'm used to weird accents like that. Anyway, I don't get where all the women are. Where the fuck has Alicia Fox been? I wouldn't call myself exactly a fan of Alicia Fox, but where is she? Something else to discuss is the fact that no heel champion can seem to win on their own anymore. And where I get the fact that they're supposed to cheat, but you can do that on your own. Kevin Owens, when he was champion, he never had help. And he would cheat, but by himself. So he never come across as weak. Why are all the champions who are heels being made to look stupid? Apart from like Rusev, nobody cares about him anyway, so that's beside the point. Charlotte always has outside help. Seth always had outside help. And we all know they are extremely talented. But it seems like they're not really getting the chance to prove it or show us their talent. They're just kind of getting dragged out of the way by Big Chin and stuff, and just getting on my tits. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about the new WWE 2K game with Brock Lesnar on the cover. If anybody has talked to me about wrestling, they know I don't really like Brock Lesnar. I think he's boring. I think he only does like 2 moves. The F5, the German suplex. That's basically all he does. People think it was crazy amazing when he suplexed. Was it suplexed? Or did he? F5? I don't know what one it even was, but one of them, he did it to John Cena like loads of times in a match, and he did it to Roman Reigns loads of times in a match, and The Undertaker loads of times, and it's like, how is that interesting to watch? I don't give a shit that he's dumping someone from his shoulders onto the floor 10 times. He doesn't need to be put over constantly by guys who either deserve to win more or just should because it makes sense to further the company on the back of someone who's going to stick around rather than someone who isn't. A great candidate for the game would would be Chris Jericho. So everyone loves Chris Jericho because he's awesome, talented at everything, and I have a bit of a crush on him. I'm feeling it. I'll tap that. And I told him that. Well, I didn't literally tell him I would tap that. I tweeted him for his birthday once, saying, dude, you're like double my age, and I have a massive crush on you. Happy birthday. And he retweeted it, and I fucking loved it. It was a great day. That's not the reason I want him on the cover. The reason is, I just think he probably deserves, I don't know, the kind of recognition a little bit more. I understand why they wouldn't put a new guy on the cover, because the older, more iconic guys probably sell a bit more. He must be quite well known outside the world of wrestling. He has a band that tours around the world, he has like a podcast, he's been on TV, he's been on internet series, a lot that I've seen him. He was on Dancing with the Stars, which isn't exactly a great accolade, probably. I don't know, give Chris a chance, that's all I'm saying. Chris! Yeah! I would have worn my Chris Jericho shirt today, actually, but I couldn't find it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you enjoyed this random ass video. I hope you enjoyed Line Face, and I will see you next time.